Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before. I don't really hunt, but I'm in a hunt fish type club, and for my kids really. And we have like a campsite. And so this morning, after I did my first video, I went down there because I was fixing up my campsite, and I had my father and my brother and I had, over the course of time, created a big trash pile, and they kept on giving me a hard time about getting this trash pile and taking it to the dump. So that's what I've been doing today. And I've been literally picking up a huge pile of trash, hoping to not get bit by a rattlesnake, and making trips to the dump. I got back, got my kid out of school, and I've been putting this video together, and here we go. The market for XRP and Cardano, which are two of the ones I care about right now, the market, especially for Cardano, look at that, 236. Cardano is approaching its all-time high. XRP has hit $1.20, and if we look right here, Crypto Wizard is saying $1.40 soon. He said it this afternoon. I want to show you here that Cardano is at 233 and its all-time high is 246. These kind of things make a difference. All right, so that's what's happening now, and I think that here's what I mean. You can see all this happening, folks. You've got the run up to Ethereum 2.0. I think that's driving the price of Ethereum. You've got Cardano, and you've got this run up to their release of smart contracts. That's driving that price. I believe you've got an underswell of people who believe that this Ripple lawsuit is heading towards getting a resolution, and I believe that's starting to cause that price. Now, if any of those have the most room to go, it's XRP, because it's the only one that's been held back artificially. So, but many of those I like. Okay, now. At least in the short run. Now, I want you to see this. And look, I know there are people out there that oh, you show too many BitBoy clips. I show BitBoy clips when he says things and he's making comments about things he's been told. Those are the ones that interest me. And it interests me because if he was just another YouTuber, it'd be one thing. This guy has too much to lose. He's the biggest YouTuber in crypto. He's got over 1 million subscribers. For him to put himself out there and just start making things up. Now, I've seen many YouTubers do that are small time, that are trying to get to big time. I've seen all that. But once it's kind of like being a big business in your town. Once you're a big business, you don't just lie left and right, or eventually you won't be in business. And for that reason, I'm intrigued until the guy gets proven wrong. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And listen to this. Once he's proven wrong, I'll be the first. If he's saying some insider's telling him something, and then tomorrow comes and nothing comes of it, I'll be the first person to tell you that. In the meantime, look, it's always fun to keep things interesting, and I think he's keeping things interesting. So listen up. Now, he's talking about Bitcoin here. Listen to this.
Now, earlier this year, we said in last year, we believe Bitcoin was going to $322,000. I've told you now I no longer believe that, because there have been controls put in place to keep Bitcoin from going above $100,000. It could go to 120, could go to 130, maybe 150, but it will not go any higher than that. And then it will come back down. I believe probably about 110 is a good point. We're looking at profits around 90,000 for sure. Definitely once we're over 100, we'll be looking at profits. But why is this? Why would these people say, these investment funds, these hedge funds, why would they say, you know what, we've got to give a return on investment to all of our investors? That's what a hedge fund is. Why would it make sense for them not to see the price of Bitcoin go up even higher? Why would they want to put a control on it? Here's why. This is what I've been told. If Bitcoin were to go to $300,000 this year, no one would ever invest in the stock market again. And while in crypto, we champion that. We love that. We hate the stock market. We don't want people investing in, we like some of the little guys. We like AMC, GameStop. That stuff's kind of fun. Because it kind of fits with, what's that? Stonks. It fits with the ethos of crypto. The idea there of fighting the hedge funds. But who cares about the stock market? How lame, right? When you could be investing in crypto, we've seen these returns. But if Bitcoin were to go to the numbers that we earlier projected, it would put everything in the entire world markets out of whack, and no one would invest in the stock markets. So there is a bigger plan at play here. I've also been told, don't worry about this week. Don't worry about next week. Don't worry about last week. Don't worry about the weekly movements that we're seeing with Bitcoin right now. Ultimately, the price targets are still intact. We will be seeing six figures for Bitcoin. Who knows? Maybe we hit 99,999, but basically 100K. We will be seeing that in the next couple of months. I've been told my timeline is deadly accurate.
Hey, go for it. If Bitcoin goes crazy like that, it's going to be good for all the other digital assets. I don't think I own any Bitcoin right now and don't want to, but in the short run, it'll help the rest of them. In the long run, it's not going to matter. Riz XRP, and he sent me this clip from Bitcoin. Now, this is about XRP. I want you to listen to this one.
Tokenized certification unit will be like what the container did for the shipping industry. Here's how this is all going to come together in the next 12 months. The research team has discovered that the Australian government is going to be partnering with XRP and Energy Web to sell tokenized carbon credits on an XRPL marketplace. Details are still coming in, but I have no reason to doubt it. Australia has been very vocal about its commitment to the new carbon economy and even have a carbon credit exchange already set up. Ripple has made a lot of progress setting itself up in the APAC region over the past year. So getting the Aussies linked up with crypto is well within their wheelhouse. XRP Global Takeover has moved out of phase 1 and is starting phase 2. That means that there is more explosive Ripple news that's going to be coming out, and even more explosive price action for XRP.
Boom.
Tokenized
I like the sound
certification.
of that. Okay. Next. Now, this was the big news today. Check this out. This is from Mr. Whale Breaking. Former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton, our old buddy, joins Fireblocks, a $2 billion Israeli-based Bitcoin and Ethereum custodian. All right. And this is what I wanted to show you. Fireblocks for Bitcoin custody service. BNY Mellon is using them partly for their custody service, okay? Which I find interesting. There's many other things that I find interesting. This one's from FudFit. Fireblocks appoints former SEC Chair Jay Clayton to advisory board. And then you go down here. Guess one of the companies Fireblocks uses for tokenization blockchain support. Ripple. Right here, management of token contracts across multiple blockchains. It's got Ripple. It's even got R3 on here. Then you've got this from XRP Researcher. Well, what do we have here? Sagar Sarbai, ex-Ripple Central Bank Relationship Manager, now working for Fireblocks, Jay Clayton's new company, right here. And we've played many videos of Sagar Sarbai on here. This guy was one of the first guys on the scene for Ripple in the regulatory department. This goes in all the world's a stage file, folks. And then I decided I'd go and look at Fireblocks' website to make sure that their custody solution supports XRP, which it does. And I said, hey, Fireblocks, I see you can store XRP. Too bad that's all you can do. FYI, guess who you can thank for that? And I put fingers pointing down at good old Jay Clayton. XRP Bart sent me this. Lloyd's Bank is looking to hire a digital currency manager to develop payments, use cases, and initiate business or investments around digital currencies. This is like old school bank right here, folks. When they're getting into it, you know, game over. Man, every time that freaky James Rule posted this about the SEC lawyers, calling them clowns, I guess. And every time I came to this post by James Filan, and I can't not see that freaky clown from what's the movie called? I remember I remember this, a Stephen King book, It, from the movie It, and my sons are always, my 9-year-old is still begging me to allow him to see the movie. My 15-year-old is fascinated by scary movies. Ever since I had AFib, I don't watch a lot of scary movies because I don't want some guy to pop from behind a corner and make me jump and send me back into AFib. Okay, James K. Flan, the SEC has filed a further reply in support of its motion to compel Ripple to search for and produce Slack communications. And Jeremy Hogan had retweeted, he said, I tend to agree with the SEC on this motion. I think they've shown enough to the judge to get some of these additional Slack custodians searched and produced, and the vendor mistake surely doesn't help Ripple. P.S. I'm glad this isn't YouTube with a thumbs down button. Well, don't worry, Jeremy Hogan, because the pitchforks are not coming after you on this channel. I believe it's perfectly okay for your opinion to be counter to what everybody else's opinion might be every once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that. There's not enough of that in social media. People tend to come after you over your opinion, and I think that's ridiculous. But anyway, Jeremy Hogan's been right on a lot of things. Well, he's probably right on this too. All right. Next, I wanted to show you this. I just happened to be watching the other night. There's a documentary. It's called Cocaine Cowboys. Cocaine Cowboys is one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. It's about the days in Miami back in the 1980s when cocaine became so big, and how much money these guys were making down there. I was watching the other night. One of the guys all he was doing was flying the plane to Colombia and back to deliver the drugs and the money. And this guy said he made like $250,000 just for one flight. And that was in the 80s, folks. That is crazy money, okay? But anyway, the reason I posted this clip from that documentary is Tom Emmer, he tweeted this. He was retweeting this from the Minneapolis Fed. Crypto-based crime represented only 0.34% of the entire transaction volume in 2020. Unfortunately, most crime is still conducted with cash you print. And this is from the Minneapolis Fed, Kashkari on crypto market. Thousands of garbage. I've not seen any use case other than funding illicit activities like drugs. So I played this clip, and if you look, it's showing them doing lines of cocaine, and then it's showing all the cash that they were getting, and that cash. I mean, it was a cash business, drugs to this day are cash business. And at the end, it talks about how the Federal Reserve of Miami was taking in more money than any Federal Reserve bank in the country. So I think cash can hold its own with the illicit drug activity, Mr. Kashkari. Ripple tweeted this out at the end of the day. I wanted to show this to you. The Start AD Corporate Sprint Accelerator Program will help steer global fintech and blockchain startups to launch and grow in the UAE market. The program is anchored by NYU Abu Dhabi. I think that's how you say that. I've been people made fun of me before for how I say that. Ubri's first partner in the UAE. Apply now. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family. Here's what I want you to tell your friends and family, not that one, this one. Tell them that the XRP global takeover has moved out of phase 1 and is starting phase 2. Thanks for listening.